Hello and welcome. Today we're bringing you some 1 in a million cricketing moments. Get ready to be amazed as we dive right in. First up, we have a bowling masterclass from the Indian pace maestro Jasprit Bumrah. During the 2022 ODI series against England, Bumrah showed us why he's regarded so highly by dismantling the entire English batting lineup on his own. He didn't even give the opposition a chance to settle down, getting right into his work from the very first over. He started by removing Jason Roy and Joe Root on consecutive deliveries, and after that, every time his captain brought him on, Bumrah delivered. He finished with astounding figures of 6 for 19, limiting England to an unimpressive 110, and he only needed 7.2 overs to do so. This man really is a cheat code. Toss him the ball and he delivers every single time. Next up, we have what is considered one of the greatest test innings of all time. During the third test of the 2019 Ashes at Headingley, Ben Stokes delivered the sort of performance that you only see once in a lifetime. England had been bowled out for a mere 67 in the first innings and now required 359 runs to win the test match. And despite some resistance from the middle order, they found themselves stranded on 286 for 9. That's when Stokes decided to take charge. With Jack Leach on the other end, he started swinging for the fences, keeping his partner off strike for the most part. The most exciting part of the innings came when Stokes decided to reverse slog Nathan Lyon not once, but twice for 2 huge sixes. Against all odds, Stokes eventually got his team over the line, finishing on a brilliant 135 not out. Truly a performance of a lifetime. Here we have one of the most exciting finishes to a T20 match in recent times. During the 2023 IPL, Rinku Singh of the Kolkata Knight Riders did the unthinkable. The Knight Riders needed 29 to win off the last 6 deliveries against the Gujarat Titans, and Umesh Yadav took a single to bring Rinku on strike. The little left-hander then proceeded to smash Yash Dayal for 5 consecutive sixes, belting him across all parts of the ground. Truth be told, Dayal did bowl some horrible deliveries, but we've seen some big players fail to put those away in high-pressure situations, and the pressure here was intense to say the least. The match ended with a straight smash down the ground for 6, finally putting Dayal out of his misery and securing a miracle win for the Knight Riders. Up next, we have some more bowling brilliance from the Indians. Hardik Pandya produced a masterclass in death bowling during the 2016 T20 World Cup to give his side an unlikely victory. Bangladesh needed 11 runs off 6 balls. A single off the first ball was followed by 2 consecutive 4s. With 2 runs left off 3 deliveries, Pandya changed his line and forced Mushfiqur Rahim into a mistimed pull shot, resulting in a wicket. The next ball was a full toss, and that too ended up being caught. With just 1 delivery remaining, Pandya ran in and bowled a perfect short ball wide outside of the stump. The batsman missed it completely and ran for a single, but Dhoni was already charging towards the stumps with 1 glove off. The bails were off before the non-striker could make his ground, and India went on to win by just the 1 run. Now that's what you call a nail-biting finish. There was a time when Mohammad Amir was regarded as one of the best pacers in the world. That is, before his career completely went off the rails and he was sidelined for the next 5 years. However, upon making his comeback, he still produced the sort of performances that reminded the world of his immense talent. One of these performances came against India in the 2017 Champions Trophy final. He got rid of Rohit Sharma off his second ball, instantly derailing India's chase of 339. He then got Virat Kohli to edge one of the slips to his second over. Despite that chance being dropped, he got Kohli to edge the ball to point again on the very next ball, and this time the fielder obliged. And then, in his 5th over, Amir got Shikhar Dhawan to nick one behind to the keeper, effectively destroying India's top order in the first 10 overs. Amir finished with 3 for 16 in his 6 overs, helping Pakistan to a memorable 180-run win. Here we have yet another brilliant test innings, this time for Sri Lanka's Kusal. During the first test of the 2019 Test Series against South Africa, Sri Lanka found themselves 9 down for 226. They needed to chase 304 to win the match, and a win looked unlikely. Enter Kusal. The stocky left-hander had come to the crease with his team at 52 for 3 and was now the last man standing. With Vishwa Fernando giving him company, Pereira fearlessly took on the South African bowlers, pulling, cutting and smashing them all over the park. With 4 runs to win, he dabbed Rabada's delivery down to deep third for 4, reaching his 150 and securing a famous win for Sri Lanka in the process. He ended on 153 not out, cementing his place in the list of the greatest test match performances of all time. Next up, we have Stuart Broad giving one of his most deadly bowling performances ever, and that too against arch rivals Australia. During the 2015 Ashes, the English legend took the fight to the Aussies by single-handedly destroying their batting lineup. What the fans saw on that day was a supreme exhibition of fast bowling, quick, hostile and accurate as ever. By the time Australia was 6 down for just 25, Broad had already completed his 5-wicket haul. The Aussies had no answer to his deliveries. Everything they tried to touch ended up in the slips. Broad ended up taking 3 more wickets, bundling the Aussies out for a disastrous score of just 60. The Englishman ended the innings with shocking figures of 8 for 15 of 9.1 overs. The man almost bowled down the entire team in under 10 overs. Here we have one of the most surprising outcomes to a T20 World Cup semi-final. During the second semi-final of the 2022 T20 World Cup, India squared off against England. They ended up posting a total of 169, which is by no means a bad total, especially in such a high-pressure game. Unfortunately though, Jos Buttler and Alex Hales didn't think much of their score and proceeded to bulldoze through the Indian bowling lineup. Things got so out of hand that England ended up chasing the target in just 16 overs. They didn't even lose a single wicket. Buttler and Hales finished on 80 and 86 respectively, successfully completing one of the most dominant and one-sided wins you will ever see in a semi-final match. For those of you who watched the final of 2019 ODI World Cup live, you probably remember how stressful it was. That match had one of the most unusual outcomes you will ever see, and there's more than one reason for it. One of these reasons came in the hands of Ben Stokes. England needed 9 off the last 3 balls, and Stokes was charging back for a double. But just as he dived to reach his ground, Guptill's throw caught his bat and raced away to the boundary for 4. While this wasn't intentional, it did result in an undeserved 6 runs for his side. Crucial 6 runs that helped him tie the match, which England ultimately won via a super over. To make matters worse for the poor Kiwis, even the super over ended in a tie, but England were given the victory on a technicality, a rule so weird that the ICC ended up removing it altogether after this World Cup. We're ending with a banger. The final of the 2016 T20 World Cup between England and the West Indies ended in absolute fireworks. Quite literally, the Windies needed 19 off the last 6 balls. Ben Stokes had the ball in hand and Carlos Brathwaite was on strike. What was expected to be a tough task turned into a demolition job as Brathwaite hit Stokes for not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 consecutive 6s to win the match. And some of those shots were absolutely ridiculous. By the time Brathwaite had hit his 3rd 6, the English side had lost all their confidence, and Stokes looked as if he had seen a ghost. But the misery only ended once the big Windies man had hit his 4th and final 6, resulting in Ian Bishop's famous line, "Carlos Brathwaite, remember the name." What a way to win a World Cup final! And there you have it, folks, some of our best 1 in a million moments in recent times. As always, be sure to like and subscribe for more crazy compilations from the gentleman's game.